More than 3,000 feet above sea level in the North Carolina mountains is Kidd Brewer Stadium, the Rock, home to the Appalachian State Mountaineers, and Boone is ready for this one. Today's matchup, a battle in the old North State, a contest between a pair of teams from the state of North Carolina, as we'll see a squad from the SEC, the NC State Wolfpack, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Appalachian State Mountaineers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Mountaineers will kick it away to start. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the NC State Wolfpack offense is on the field and ready to start the game. And David, this offense is built around keeping it on the ground and feeding the beast at running back.
Yeah, and he is a grown ace man. That dude, it starts and ends with him. Jesse, how nice is it to have a running back that you can turn, hand the ball to? He's going to get positive chunks. Defenses fear him. That's a
intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, App State. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
You always want to come out and set the tone as a defense. Get a stop, make a punt. How about this? Get the INT and take it back to the house. Way to set the tone for this defense early.
And they did tack on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. North Carolina State has it back in the... headed to the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. On the ground, it's Gaines. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, for the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on second down, on third, you won't have that long to go.
Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. NC State with the 1st and 10 here. He'll pull it on the read. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on second down. Plucks it out of the air. They were able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. Looking to throw on first down. Fakes the catch. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. Got enough space. Touchdown, North Carolina State. A great catch and run for 6.
I know it's early this year, but it's obvious this guy is a focal point in this offense. After having 2 touchdowns in his first game, he gets on the board here. Doesn't matter where he lines up, they find ways to get him the football, and defenses just have not been able to figure him out.
He'll bring it out. It's Williams. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the App State Mountaineers offense will go to work for the first time. Typically, you don't think of an offense built around its tight end, but they got no production from there last week. They'll need that to improve in this one, David.
Yeah, he's a chain mover. He's a red zone threat. That big old body, man, he's a matchup problem. So they definitely need to find a way to make sure that they're feeding the big fella, that they're using him in different ways. And listen, balance on offense is good. Still use the receivers. But, Jesse, they can't forget about that dude.
No, and I don't think you have to. panic and all of a sudden reinvent your playbook offensively. You just got to execute better, and you got to give him more opportunities. I think that was one of the biggest problems their last game out. They just didn't throw it his way enough. That has to change today. He should be targeted really early in this game.
Let's go, right. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Gets it out fast.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
And the Mountaineers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The give to the tailback. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. The Mountaineers come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. He'll keep it on the sneak. And he just needed a few inches, and he didn't get it. The defense denies this offense. They punt it away on 4th down. He's got it. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stops. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They evened things up the last time they had it, and the defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. Powers through the defender. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneaked the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
And great job getting in the backfield, making it very difficult to him to make reads and understand what the heck's going on, bottling them up. That's the biggest thing. When you play a running quarterback, you want to bottle him up. You want to set those edges really, really firm and make him turn back inside where all the big boys are coming, and you don't let that speed get to the outside.
This crowd in Boone, North Carolina, they are showing out on this big 3rd down. Here's the pressure. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Excellent job on the punt. Bounces out of bounds at the 5, and they'll have 95 yards to go in front of them. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain. On first down from their own 22. To the ground, he's got it again. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
And the Mountaineers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wilson will throw. Finds his tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw on 3rd. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Mountaineers will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Wants to return it. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark it down at the 38-yard line. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Wants to fire on second down. Got a man. It's Gaines. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. They get the conversion there. He used his size and nice moves to get past the chains.
And I like that. Third and short. Find the big fella, the soft hands, make a quick little move, make the completion, get the first down.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading.
He's got it inside the 25. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
I would love to sit here and tell you that was the greatest play call ever, and the offensive coordinator is a genius. I think that was some really bad defense.
They'll run it on first and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Tries again to get it in. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
He'll do it himself. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, NC State.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option. You've seen the evolution with the scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll send the tight end in motion. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He's got him in the flat. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've reached the break. It's NC State on top. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Yeah, when you get penetration by that defense right away, and there's no way to cut at all for that back, he gets destroyed right away. No way that play was going to be successful. Way too much penetration.
Wilson to pass. He's got an open man. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. And the Mountaineers have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Fires to the big fella. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. Pressure coming. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Mountaineers will punt this one away. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quickly complete. At the 45, on his way. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
Like QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, 1st down.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws for the tight end. Wide open downfield. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Wolfpack!
And after starting the season 0-1, this offense felt like they just left plays on the field in that first game. But so far today, they're taking advantage. QB's making good decisions. Guys are stepping up. They've limited the mental mistakes. They haven't turned the football over. It's a different-looking offense here in Game 2.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way.
Turning it on! That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37.
A lot of times when you think about speed back, speed, you think on the edge. You don't think in between the tackles. You don't think about breaking tackles. They try to break your ankles. The problem is when you're trying to run there as fast as you possibly can, a lot of times you don't get to put a good hit on him. And in turn, you see he breaks tackles and make big plays.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
And the Mountaineers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Fires to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the 1st down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Makes the grab. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Mountaineers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. On 3rd and short, the power run here. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. They bring the punter onto the field now. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, the ground game. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Makes the grab. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag.
Hold on.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. The Appalachian State faithful raising the roof and trying to help the Mountaineers on 3rd down. Grab behind the line. It's Gaines. He stopped at the 23 and still a ways to go to pick up the first down. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Wilson will throw. Firing to the right, complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
A strike downfield. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
Great execution on the RPO, and the receiver had some time to find the soft spot in the zone and make himself open for the quarterback and make it a much easier pass. Great job.
Off the play fake on first down. Touchdown, Mountaineers! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Really nice job by the quarterback there of just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down in the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area. I'm throwing this thing on time, and this is going to be a touchdown. And that's exactly what happened.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Starts a drive, trying to go up top. Gets open down the middle. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on 2nd, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on 3rd.
Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open. That's why that one fell incomplete.
Non-name receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He gets it to the 38-yard line, but this defense forces a 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Makes the grab down the middle. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. Wilson to pass. Quickly to the tight end. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Mountaineers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll go to the toss. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost
fires and picked off. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half, because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead, but with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
He'll start this drive firing. Got his man. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold offense.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. He's looking to pass. Got it behind the line. It's Gaines. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there, and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. He makes the grab. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground. This crowd in Boone, North Carolina, they are showing out on this big 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out quickly. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. Wants to throw on 1st down. It's complete to the right. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. Got a hand on it nicely and broke it up in the end zone.
Well, the game plan's been pretty simple offensively, right? They are taking shots, and they're being aggressive throwing it down the field. This guy's already got 2 touchdown passes. We're still in the first half, and on that last one, he was looking for number 3.
NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds. So they won't get a touchdown, but a chance to put something on the board before halftime. The holder will kneel at the 24, a 34-yarder coming from the right hash. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And now the lead is even bigger.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, it is hard to beat Boone when that town is buzzing as it is today.
He'll bring it out. It's Williams. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success, and so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
The give out of the gun. This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over it.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Got him downfield. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
Handoff from the gun. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Here's a heat. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
This offense has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. They're already down 2 possessions. You know the pass has to come at some point, but they got to keep him clean. They can't get behind the sticks consistently. They've got to start to narrow this gap.
And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Appalachian State faithful raising the roof and trying to help the Mountaineers on third down.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the third quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
Special teams coming through as they pin them back. They'll mark it dead at the 10. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
That's caught. It's Humphries. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
Good job reading the defense by the quarterback on that RPO fake. He waited to see how the defense was going to play the run. He saw defenders bite up close to the line of scrimmage, and right away he knew he had the slant throw right in behind him.
You see, this is what great defenses do. Great defenses swarm to the football. So when you do miss a tackle, it's not the end of the world. There's another guy right there to wrap him up. Great defenses seem like they got 12 guys on the field. Nice job swarming to the football, engulfing the running back.
I think at this point of the game now in the second half, down by as many points as they are, it's going to be really hard for the offense to sprinkle in the run. They tried it there. It didn't work. I think you got to be thinking about the passing game now and start trying to identify playmakers out on the perimeter of the field that can get you back in this game.
And some room to work. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. The Mountaineers will line up to punt it away. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. He'll keep it himself. Got the first down and still on his feet. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's first down from the 44. Leaves it with the back. Runs through a tackle. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
They go to the ground. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. A little screen to the running back. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. NC State has to come up with a big play on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the grab on 3rd down, and that is a rare drop for this guy. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. He boomed it through a 50-yard field goal, showing off that powerful leg. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Colorado State is currently working from behind. But how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you just never know. They're trailing by just 4 to Sam Houston. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Motion from the wideout. Calls his own number. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Great place to start for this offense. The give from the gun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. From the gun to give, looking for room. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. This crowd in Boone, North Carolina, they are showing out on this big 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. The quick out. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. They'll go to the ground. Shakes off the defender. They make the stop after a pickup of 3 balls at the 18.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. A first down run on the doorstep. Touchdown, Wolfpack. Great job by the back on the option. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
This time he'll be stopped short of the goal line. So after scoring the touchdown, he tried to tack on the 2-point conversion but was denied.
14.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Williams. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
And this offense is going to have to catch some breaks, man. They're going to have to make some big plays. They're going to have to push the ball down the field, break some tackles, hit some home runs, down 3 possessions in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to do everything right.
Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field. You're trying to avoid all the linebackers, all of the congestion. He just couldn't stay with them long enough, and as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
Wilson will throw. Fires to the wideout. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Snagged in the middle. It's Williams. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
Great job by the quarterback there. He saw the safety bite on the run fake. So as the safety comes running downhill, he now knows he has the slant throw to his receiver on the outside.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And the Mountaineers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Quickly out to the tight end. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. The Mountaineers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. The run from the shotgun. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They're working that left side. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
And off to Jones. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
And this offense does it again on 3rd down. They have been so elite on 3rd down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built the lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
NC State on the move, set up with another first down. After run, now throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Got enough for the first down and wants more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Wolfpack with a 1st and 10 here. Here comes the option. The pitch. And this time they're waiting for him, and he only gets back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Just a short pass to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
He's got him. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
RPO complete to open the drive. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one.
I know a lot of people don't like prevent yourself from winning, but when I'm up by 3 scores in the fourth quarter, I am not giving up a...
He'll take the deep shot. Finds a spot in the middle. Finds some room. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Appalachian State.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Yeah, and a great job by the receiving team. When you see the football kick, man, you got to be smart how fast it's coming, if I'm ready to catch it, if it needs to go to the next wave. Nice job being organized, seeing it, and executing well.
He's got it on the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The give, and tick, 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 tick. Couldn't really get started there. Pickup of 1 to the 35.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Got his man on the right. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Appalachian State faithful raising the roof and trying to help the Mountaineers on 3rd down. Rushes on him. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. And they'll run the field goal unit back out there. This kicker has already banged a couple through. And there is a degree of difficulty with this one, a 47-yarder from the right hash. That is no good. After the failed field goal attempt, still a 12-point game. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line.
Man, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Wilson to pass. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, App State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that's step 1. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Well, they try to go onside kick, but that's why they're called the hands team. Great job recovering that ball.